Lately, you have probably been hearing a lot of information regarding drones. Most of what will be shared here has not been discussed on any platforms. If you listen to the information that is about to be shared in its entirety, you will have the opportunity to easily decipher the truth versus most of the information you are being provided to produce manipulation and fear. It will help you understand a large-scale psychological tactic called cognitive simplicity that is used by those in power to produce the emotional impact necessary to carry out a plan and fulfill an agenda. A lot of the initial sightings were likely new demos and tech being tested, or possible training and practices for new technology. Some of the initial descriptions and dimensions of major sightings were very specific. Keep in mind that we have advanced tech beyond your wildest imagination. We have drone interception and technology on the ground that is highly sophisticated. Keep in mind that the current drone fascination is contributing to the government being able to allocate additional money for defense, the war machine, and to prepare for what is forecasted. This doesn't mean that every weapon that should has been accounted for, but that's an entirely different discussion. And when weapons are missing, they come in a wide variety of shapes, sizes, and capabilities. New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection did search for a lost medical device part used in a positron emission tomography PET scan. The device is used for medical procedures that creates images, and it went missing on December the 2nd and was found on December the 12th. It was 6 inches long and less than 2 inches in diameter. The misplaced lost medical device part and how the media allowed it to contribute to other conspiracies is unfortunate. It was irrelevant, intentionally leaked news and contributed to disinformation and public distrust. It swayed public opinion, which could be considered mass persuasion and persuasive propaganda. When it comes to radiation, we have ground monitors in every state to check for gamma radiation. In addition to DoD monitoring, we have official reports from every state that are shared daily through NEST, NIST, the EPA, and other agencies. NEST is the Department of Energy National Nuclear Security Administration's Nuclear Energy Support Team, and it has no history of using drones for nuclear radiological detection missions. NIST is the National Institute of Standards and Technology that maintains and disseminates the national measurement standards for ionizing radiation and radioactivity. The EPA works for RadNet, which conducts national environmental radiation monitoring. EPA's RadNet system monitors the nation's air, participation, and drinking water for radiation. RadNet is the largest diagnostic imaging in the country with more than 370 centers. For drones to search for nuclear materials and other hazardous radiological conditions, they have to be equipped with RDSS. The systems are designed to detect and measure radiation levels. None of the drones recorded appear to have those systems. Unfortunately, now there are a lot of individuals, government, commercial, and foreign adversaries flying additional drones due to the sensationalism, media, and agenda. If you observe and study the reported drones, there is nothing unusual or nefarious about them based on the videos and descriptions of the lights. Drones have red and green navigation lights, the left red and the right green on the sides of the drone. There may also be an additional white light or strobe or beacon, which is commonly used on both airplanes and drones for anti-collision and visibility. Other types of drones usually have their lights closer together. If the lights appear tightly clustered or exhibit rapid movements, it's likely a drone. Custom-built or specialized commercial or military UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle drones, that are often used for surveillance, research, development, and transport don't always adhere to conventional lighting standards, and the untrained eye would not recognize them. Keep in mind that the U.S. has partnered with the most advanced developers of drones in the world. One of the most impressive is the partnership the U.S. has with Edge, the Abu Dhabi-based advanced technology group for defense, who acquired a 40% stake in the Advanced Military Maintenance Repair and Overhaul Center, known as AMROC, which was previously held by Lockheed Martin Corporation. The reason they are noteworthy is because they have contracts with both Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman. And more than likely, some of the drones observed are actively in research, development, training, and the testing phase. Recently, there were upgrades and replacements for the 28 million MQ-8 Fire Scout drones. Currently, the U.S. is in replicator approach for replacing the MQ-8C Fire Scout, which is a strategy by the U.S. Department of Defense aiming to rapidly develop, produce, and deploy advanced autonomous systems, including unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, to replace and supplement our existing military assets. Some of the initial drones and videos look almost identical to the MQ-8 and also look similar to the newest, most advanced similar drones being produced and sold, which is the Adasi Garmusha, manufactured by Edge. For those familiar with what they are observing, they would even notice the twin landing skid design. Also, the tail boom is distinct, which is the long, thin part of the helicopter that extends from the main body and supports the tail and rotor at the end. You will often see an L shape as it rises upwards to give clearance to the rotor blades and provide stability and balance to the helicopter drone during flight. Also, on the initial drones, the nose or forward fuselage section that houses critical components such as navigation and communication equipment is also very distinct. Whether accidental or intentional, the public seems to be getting a demo and insight into the world of drones, which is definitely creating a systematic cultural convergence / simultaneous discovery, which is definitely leveraging commonalities and also creating efficient strategies for influencing behavior on a large scale. It's up to the individual to speculate the reasons the tactic is being used. The bottom line is that taxpayer dollars need to pay billions and billions of dollars so that these drones can be purchased and developed. Here is some of the data regarding the U.S. Counter Unmanned Aerial Systems Market Report for 2024 to 2029. The U.S. DoD's CUAS Counter Unmanned Aerial Systems Market is estimated to spend a combined value of $10.1 billion during the forecast period 2024 to 2029. The key programs include the procurement of 1,867 counter small unmanned aerial systems, CSUAS, for $2.8 billion. Also, an unspecified number of interim maneuver short-range air defense CUAS systems for $1.2 billion, directed energy systems for the Army, counter drone systems for $1.1 billion, $967.6 million for the U.S. Special Operations Command and Novel Sea UAS Technologies, including the U.S. Air Force, spending $900 million. With that, stay informed and stay safe.